Hello, I'll show you my phase 2 for ASP. I guess I'll approach this by first showing you basic functionality. Um, Here's my navigation tool, and I have a link here, SQL, and that's showing me everything in my user table, the username, password, and ID. So I have 5 users populated in here, and I can log into any. I'll just do admin. And if I don't put the right password in, there's that going on. So if I successfully log in, it takes me to this page, your info, and it gives me more database information, which is in, I'll just show this. Oh. So for admin, this is the information, and that information is being reflected straight onto the web page from the database. And if I'd like, I can alter any of this. So I've updated it. And notice I changed my name to Dave from Dude. And there it is. So I will elucidate the code. I just want to show what this website's doing. Also I can change the font color for the customization aspect. So the point is you can buy pixel items from a mysterious wormhole. No one knows where the wormhole came from. It's a great idea, I think. Unfortunately, there's only 2 items. And here they are. The stock amount, that is also a reflection of the database. So the leaf sword has 10. I'll change that to 100. And notice right now the leaf sword is 10. I'll change the page, and there it is at 100. And this drop down list is just the quantity I'd like to add. And instead of a cart, I'm just calling it a bag to be different. So here's my bag page. Very simple, just a skeleton model of functionality just to demonstrate my understanding of this. So I can simply remove it from the bag if I'd like. I could empty the entire bag if I'd like. I can change the quantity. And this is a reflection of the total amount that exists of the item. I don't think I want 87. Alright, so finally I confirm the bag, and this format is really just ripped off from Amazon. This is just a string reflecting what's in the database, and the currency is obviously space gems. What else would you buy pixel items with? And just simple calculations here. And notice I have enough to afford this. It's only 4,000, I have 9,000. So I can purchase this and see how it has reduced. And if I go to the inventory, what I had purchased, I had gotten 2 leaf swords and I think 10 daggers. They're gone now. I can fix that in here if I'd like, but I think that's that explains everything. You can register new accounts, which adds. I'll get into showing the code here for logging in. Oh, here's my global. I'll just show this immediately since I have it here. I made a class bag which holds all the bag items, which is what is seen in inventory right here. So the bag is a collector of bag items. It just holds a list of bag items, and bag items have the name, quantity, and price. Very simple thing going on there. I have session stuff going on. The hit counter. I'll show. Okay, the web forms. I think what I just did showed off various web forms. No errors so far. I'll show you the hit counter. So I've accessed this page once, twice. So, and there's a session right there for the login session I'm using a session to contain the bag. And that's it for the global. Here's my master. It just has two content placeholders, one for the head in case I need JavaScript going, and one in the body for everything else. And I needed this with the master page so the font color changes on every single page. Rather than me adding this to every single page, I've got it in the master so it runs. So there it's green, update it to blue, everything's blue, change it back to green, everything's green. And that occurs because of that page load, because it's in master. Okay, log in. So here are my placeholders, and I have some SQL data sources to get me data views. Here's my form and the code behind. It would be lofty to try to explain all of this. I'd rather just scroll through it, and you can pause and examine it if you'd like. I'm just concerned about time. I want to make sure I get everything in here while not going over time. Just important things to point out is a data view that I'm getting from the SQL data source, and that's returning just a reflection of the whole table of rows and information. And I'm not actually doing any SQL stuff in this. It's all occurring in my SQL class, which I think fulfills. Okay, yeah, code behind I fulfilled. And the class module to perform database functions, I've got that right here. This does everything. I call it just static classes. Like here's a class, and then I have these static things, static methods. Yeah. So connection that allows records to be browsed and viewed. Right here is a very blatant example of that. Which I do in here. Very, very simply, I set up the data source. See how its ID is right there. and the page load. See, the ID is right here. I pass this data view into the get table method of my SQL class. Get table, here it is. Returns a two-dimensional list, and then I iterate through it. Okay. So login, your info, shoot. All of these pages really follow the same kind of format. It's a master page, and it has those. I'm doing it all in the code behind page. I'm spitting everything into the code behind page because I have a panel right here, and I spit all the controls and literal HTML straight into it through the code behind. You see this HTML method, and then I'm putting strings in there, and sometimes I'm just putting a control right into the panel, this panel, and this HTML method is right here, and it's just putting it right into the panel, but it's a literal control, so it's HTML code literally. Alright, time is short. Master pages have got that. Okay, validator. I think I've demonstrated that. Yeah, the login. Also, you can log out. See how the font color reverted. Okay, I'm back in here. I can try changing the state to something over 2 characters, because it's only going to accept 2 characters. If I do that, it's not going to update. It reverts back. I could show you the code, but I mean, trying to speed through this at this point. So cookies and session level variables. I think that's it. If there's anything I missed, or if you want me to touch up on any information, let me know in a comment, and I can definitely do that. Thanks.